Hello everyone. Happy New Year 2024. My, how time flies. Speaking of flying, that's what we're fixing to do. So we're going to fly virtual United today. Don't think there's a scheduled flight between San Fran and Reno, but we'll see if there is. San Fran and Reno. Check all airlines. Apparently there is. So go ahead and grab that. We are parked here at Terminal 2. The airport is CBDLC capable, so we'll do a text clearance. Plan a one left departure. Reno's wind calm, 6,000 foot overcast layer. No weather to speak of that we need to concern ourselves with. So we're flying on Pilot Edge. As you can see, there's always ATC online. You get what you pay for compared to VATSIM where there's no ATC here. You got ATC and ZLA, but nothing here. So we're flying Pilot Edge. So I'm going to do one left departure, 17 right arrival, trunk in 2 Orca transition, flight level 230. The NEO, generate the flight plan. .3037, departing one left with Kilo. Reno, they are landing both, wind calm. United 1309, we're NEO to A320 November, Slant Lima. We're doing flight level 230, Fran, Reno, San Francisco to come back if we need to. 230, CBDLC. All that looks good. Flight plan on file. All right, so we're going to taxi down here to one left, 7,600 feet of runway. That's fine. Trunk in 2 straight out, 520 feet. We'll go direct to Tidy. Got to be above 3,000 at Tidy, and then onward onto our Orca transition. Can't go faster than 210 knots until after this altitude. So I usually set 200 knots anyway, so we're fine on that. Top altitude is 190. And then I'm going to plan this RNAV ILS coupled approach, which is kind of a cool approach through the mountain pass here. We'll land on 17 right, taxi back to the terminal. So that is it in a nutshell. Let's head on over to the aircraft. I've got my trusty paint job here. I paid someone for this paint job. This paint job is actually a copy of my old custom motorcycle paint job. So I sent him pictures of my old motorcycle, which was a big dog Mastiff bike, and the manufacturer was Big Dog. I'm not making that up. That was a well-known custom aircraft motorcycle back in my heyday. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to put that paint on here. It looks really good. Got my call sign on there as well. Go USA. Okay. Got the Mr. X people inside. Check each adhere and make sure it works off a battery. So I do one at a time like that. Elevation's 13 feet. We'll cross-check that with the altimeter. We are at E7. Let's make sure the battery charges here. Got arrows on both. 17 quarts of oil. Hydro is full. Alright, we are at San Fran, going to Reno. over here, looking at 37.37.1, 122.23.0. All right, so those are a match. We'll align on reference. Good to go there. Let's get our ATIS. Information Lima. 3035. It's pressure, temperature is 11. Alrighty. Altimeter checks in. We're at 13 elevation, so that's right on the money. Check our bleed here.
Tango Hotel. Center pilot describes to maintain flight level 240, report leaving flight level 3 East Coast. For November 0 Tango Mike. Tango Mike, descend at pilot discretion. Maintain flight level 240. Report leaving flight level 380.
JP is at 240, I'm watching LA 3 if you're November 20 Tango.
All right, let's go ahead and get our clearance. Go ahead and log in. Takes about 30 seconds to get that back, and then we'll go ahead and load the aircraft with all required fuels and whatnot. Waiting for the ATC message to pop up. See if we get what we filed. If this was done by the radio, I would not say request IFR to Reno as filed, because you might not get what you filed. So it's not like you can order them. So ATC message, next, we'll hit standby. If you don't hit standby, this will go away after about 90 seconds. you hit standby and you have all day to look at it. Trunkin 2, Orca 1.
Roger, X-ray Tango, report.
I'll park it to, or I'll park at the general aviation parking.
New route, so we didn't get as we filed.
You want to go to the northwest side, crossing Bull Run?
Claim via the SID, except maintain 10.
Correction, the southwest one.
Roger, X-ray Tango, Roger. Straight ahead to the
Expect
right.
230 and 10, departure 135.1, squawk 3227. And you can either reject it or accept it. And I am fine with that, so we'll go ahead and accept it. So that's going to be our new route, not what we filed, which is kind of interesting, actually, because the Orca one might be new. I'm not sure when they added that, but anyway, we'll just change the arrival, and we'll load the plane. Now, over here. And with temperatures 1-1, I believe. Yep, 1-1. So we'll go ahead and change that. See if the trope has changed any. It's 441-ish. All right, let's see what happens. Do one left. The Trunkin 2, Orca, transition, insert that, go to Reno, do ILS 17 right, Zulu, we're going to do the Orca 1, and the approach will start at Hoboa, I think. Yep. Hoboa, and there's no transition on that, so we'll insert. So that should be tidy, Trunkin, hippie, or hypey, Orca, and then Hoboa. Zombie, Waller. Okay. Grab our wins. Weight is 63.3, so that is correct. And the approach is 200 radar. That's our departure. Takeoff data request. And let me see what the winds are showing and all. Alright, so we got winds of 080 at 5. Temperature's 11, we got 1028, it's dry, all that's fine. So 142, 49. $51. And what was it, 74, up 5. So all that is correct. So we'll do second. San Fran, second. 28 left, insert in case we need to come back. Looking at 30-35. 11 Celsius. 200 radar. And an extra 21 minutes of time, so that's fine.
Bearing 773 Bravo, radar contact 14 miles east of Marysville. VOR, taking your altitude, you look for advisory to Reading, correct?
Yeah, position checks, altitude 6,500 to Reading, or bearing 73 Bravo.
Number 73 Bravo, Oroville, altimeter 3035.
3035, bearing 73 Bravo.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit, toes driving up.
Check our FADEC here.
Okay, all doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, doors are shut.
So connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake.
And we are clear to push. And I believe operate transponders, altitude reporting mode on all airport surfaces. So before we push, we're going to squawk 3227. Go ahead and push and turn on our
Starting
beacon light.
pushback, go ahead, start the engines.
I like to keep an eye on the hydraulics as well as the engine.
Air 73 Bravo,
When I
contact
start her up,
132.2.
I don't know if that's by FCOM.
2.2,
That's just my own
Baron,
personal
Bravo.
preference. I don't always do it that way, but most of the time.
Number 773 Bravo, Oakland Center, roger.
Operation complete, set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by.
Alright, all that looks good. Engine takes about 40 seconds before it introduces the fuel. See here, it will accelerate here in a second. There it goes, got light off. EGT is
Tow
rising.
is disconnected, bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the left, she's all yours, Captain.
Just waiting for the generator to come online. There we go, available and good. Two flaps 1F. Do that.
0 Tango Mike, just had to maintain 2000.
Turn on crew supply oxygen. And we'll come down here. Got two good generators. Turn off the APU. Trim up 0.5. Information Lima. So nothing has changed. Still the same. All right. 60, 70. That's why I did that fuel trick up here with the fuel pumps. I did the cross feed while we were running off APU because APU pulls from one of these. I think the left one. So it helps with the balancing of the fuel. Okay, all good there. Turn on our taxi lights. And let's see. 3, 2, 0. So that's correct. We're squawk in mode Charlie. You're in current with Lima. Don't need de-icing here. Auto brake. Takeoff config. And we'll worry about the cabin before we take off.
Bird 0 Tiger Mike, contact Cascade, approach 124.3.
Approach L1 November 20 Tango Mike is descending on a flight level 190 for 12,000 with information 0.
Bird 20 Tango Mike, Cascade, approach, thanks for Sierra, expect back to Islands, runway 14 approach.
Islands 14, November 20 Tango Mike.
Good afternoon, San Francisco ground, United 1399, ramp stand number 6, current with Lima, ready taxi.
United 1399, San Francisco ground, runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha, Mike.
Runway 1 left via Alpha and Mike, United 1399. Alright, we are not going to Mike 1, so we're going right before the very end. So full length runway for 1 left would be Mike 1. So being that we are actually going to be holding short at Mike instead of Mike 1, when we talk to tower we have to say holding short 1 left at Mike and not Mike 1. If it was full length, you wouldn't have to say the intersection, but being that we're told us to stop here instead of here, we got to say where we are.
Number 2600 Mike, Seattle Center on request, stand line.
It might seem like the bag is inflated, but oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a child or someone who needs help,
And number 00 Mike, just heads up on altitude changes. Looks like if you're in your routing for continental U.S. flights, you just make those requests with the appropriate controller when you're looking to step. Let me clean it up. I'll be right back with you. Thank you.
your elbows against the side. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. Flight beds are located in a pouch.
Really is a nice airport made by Mr. X. This is the payware version of it. I used the freeware version for a long time, but now they got, you know, all the moving people and stuff, so it's definitely an improvement from the freeware version. So we'll switch the tower once we get down here to Mike, and then we'll have departure on standby. Everything looks good. We'll turn on the predictive wind shear button once we get down here. And we gotta stay below 200 knots until after 520 feet, or 210 actually to be exact, but you know what I mean. Guys, if you like this takeoff, please hit the thumbs up. Lets me know you watched it. And if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe. It's free to do so, and it helps get the videos out there.
Number 2600 Mike Seattle Center.
And feel free to leave a comment as well if you want. I check comments if you have questions or recommendations or whatever. I am all about it. And let's switch to tower. Departure is 3510.
Maintain 5,000. Departure 121.4, squawk 4220 and hold for release. November 2600 Mike.
Number 00 Mike, read back correct. Call back, show the runway first, fly when ready.
Okay.
Number 0 Tango Hotel, turn left heading at 325. Descend to maintain 8,000.
Left heading 325 to maintain 5,000 at number 02.
San Francisco Tower, United 1399, on short, 1 left at Mike.
United 1399, San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff, 1 call.
1 left, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright, since he didn't say Mike in his instruction, we don't have to say it on that. We're going to turn our strobes on, we're going to look right in case something is landing, because that would be a bad day as we see on the news all the time. We don't want that. Turn the packs off. Let the crew know we're fixing to spool her up. Engine stable. Flex 74, SRS is active. Airspeed's alive. knots, cross-checked. E1 rotate. And positive rate. Gear coming up.
At 1399, contact NorCal departure.
Over to departure, United 1399 to you. 3510. NorCal departure, United 1399, climbing via the Trunken 2, leaving 1,600 for 10,000.
In 1399, NorCal departure, radar contact.
We'll do those. Put packs back on. 220 knots, go flaps 0.
Number 0 Tango Mike, say altitude.
Put strobes on auto now.
Number 0 Tango Mike, say altitude.
Passing 7,000.
Number 0 Tango Mike, last assigned altitude was 8,000 on a 325 heading. Low altitude alert now, entering minimum vectoring altitude of 6,500.
Yes, sir, we're holding 7,000 and we're flying heading 3 but there was transfer Mike, sorry, we heard 5.
Assigned altitude is 8,000.
As you're trying to not climbing 8,000.
Two is sometimes
1399, climb and
Oakland.
maintain flight level 190.
Climb maintain flight level 190, United 1399. And we'll do open climb. We don't have to worry about restrictions or anything. I don't think there are any published restrictions, but might as well just stay in the habit of doing open climb or instructed climb to a certain altitude. If you would have said climb via the SID except maintain flight level 190, that means if there was a restriction, we'd have to fly the restriction first and then worry about the top altitude. It just means that we can eventually climb to 190. But since there's no restrictions ahead of us,
73 Bravo practice approach is approved, no separation.
we're just going straight to the top altitude on this SID. Trade off speed for altitude for right now.
Number 0 Tango Hotel, reduce speed 180 or less.
180 or less, Sierra Tango Mike.
At 1399, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Oakland Center 132.2, United 1399. Oakland Center, United 1399, 14,600, climbing flight level 190.
Number 0 Tango Mike, turn right, heading 120. At 1399, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, United 1399. Alright. Cabin is climbing, we're all good there. Lights are off, spoilers are no longer armed. All good.
And Oakland Center, Baron 73 Bravo does have Lima at ready.
Number 73 Bravo, roger. 20 Tango Mike is 10 miles from Osage. Just set to maintain 7,000 until established on the localized for the ILS runway 14 approach.
In the United States, transition altitude is 180 across the entire country. Unlike overseas where it can vary depending on airport and all, but makes it pretty simple to remember, and it's always the same regardless where you end up flying. Alright, we'll turn the seatbelts off. The only thing I don't like about this paint job is the lack of weathering on the wing. I might go back to, I'm going to wait to have another paint job that I want, and then I'll have the guy that made it for me make it a little bit dirtier on the wing. I'd rather pay someone to do that stuff. I can't stand that tedious kind of work.
Number 0 Tango Mike, contact Medford Tower 119.4. At 1399 Reno, altimeter 3029 across Hobo at maintain 16,000.
3029 across Hobo at maintain 16,000, United 1399.
Number 20 Tango Mike, Medford Tower runway 14, clear to land when calm.
I didn't want it above, I want it at. That's why I did that. Alright, let's come over here and we'll get our destination ATIS at Reno, which is current with Oscar. And what do you say? It was 3029er. Temperature is -2. Wind is calm. Let's delete the second one. Go perf. And 3029 -2. Okay. Now we have a second flight plan to mess with if we need it. pause the recording until we get to top of descent. See you in a second. Pretty cool overcast layer we'll be descending into.
That's 1-2.
And up to our top of descent, 2100s. We still got about 3 minutes to go. So I'm going to call in our updated winds. That is good. Reno, pressure is 4415. That's good. That's the star, so we'll be descending here momentarily. And we're going to do this RNAV ILS coupled approach. Missed approach. Climb to 13,000 straight out, I think. Yeah, it's straight out. And then we follow that path. And there's a mandatory altitude here, so when we are clear to fly the approach, the lowest we want to go is 75 on the MCP. Park somewhere
November
in there.
260 Sierra Mike, release for departure, clearance void, if not off in 5 minutes, time now 2059 Zulu. If not off in 5 minutes, advise ATC of intention no later than 10. Please exchange approved.
Top of descent's coming on up, so he had told me to cross, I don't know if I had paused the recording, but he told me to cross Hoboa at maintain 16,000, which is what we had put in there. So, like I said, I won't lower that to 7,500 until we're actually clear to fly the approach, and I'm going to request it at about 10 miles before Hoboa with center. Some mountains in this area, so I'm going to be on the lookout. Oakland Center, United 1399 is leaving flight level 230.
United 1399, Oakland Center, roger. Depart Hoboa on a 030 heading.
Depart Hoboa on a 030 heading. I do have an approach request which starts at Hoboa, if I can pass that on, United 1399.
Okay, United 1399, go ahead with your request.
Be the ILS Zulu 17 right, starting at Hoboa, United 1399.
United 1399, copy. Cross Hoboa at or above 16,000, cleared for the Isla Zulu, runway 17 right approach.
Cross Hobo at or above 16,000, cleared ILS Zulu 17 right approach, United 1399. Alright, so now that we're cleared to fly the approach, we're going to lower this to the 7,500 foot restriction. That lets me know also as a reminder that I'm cleared to fly the approach, so all good to go.
November
We are going to have to talk to NorCal approach again, so we'll just get 19.2 on the ready. That's usually what we get.
November 0 Sierra Mike, radar contact
Get that ready to
2 miles
update
west of
the
Astoria VOR. It
pressure.
says here that you're filed for 5,000 as your final. Victor 27 has an MEA requirement of 8,000. You accept 9,000 as a final?
Stand by. 0 Sierra Mike. November 260 Sierra Mike, we're going to be unable above about 6,000 feet till the Oreo fix due to forecasted icing.
0 Sierra Mike, roger. Stand by. Hold over Astoria VOR while I amend your clearance.
Well, we'll hold over Astoria 260 Sierra Mike.
Reason he was giving me that
What
030 is because that's what
6,000 until.
the final heading is on the star anyway.
India, Oscar.
But our
So
approach
once
starts
we're outside of
at
IMC,
Hoboa,
we'll be dropping
so
to VFR anyway.
there we go. The ILS is 110.9, 167. All that is good. Turn on our seatbelt signs. Cabin pressure is dropping there. I did do this ECAM check at cruise. I don't remember if I showed you the check or not, but I check it at cruise. I also check it if I remember. I don't always remember. It's not part of my checklist to check it before we land, but it's probably good practice to go through your ECAM pages.
November 0 Mike, can you just spell that fix one more time for me, please?
The fix is going to be Oscar Lima Romeo India Oscar. It's just south of the Fortura VOR Foxtrot Oscar Tango.
Okay, November 0 Sierra Mike, clearance available. Ready to copy.
Ready to copy, 0 Sierra Mike.
November 0 Sierra Mike, you're cleared to Hasselberg Airport via Zigby, that's Zulu India Golf, Papa India, to All Rio, Oscar Lima, Romeo India Oscar, to Stin, Sierra Tango India November Sierra, Victor 199, to Dobbs, Golf Oscar Bravo Bravo Sierra, direct, maintain 5000.
November 260 Sierra Mike is cleared to Halfmoon Bay via direct Zigby, Zulu India Golf Papa India, direct Oreo Oscar Lima Romeo India Oscar, direct Stin, Sierra Tango India November Sierra, Victor 199 Zoom Golfton, direct November 260 Sierra Mike.
November 0 Sierra Mike, read back correct. November 73 Bravo, contact Reading Tower 119.8.
Tower on 119.8. Bearing 73 Bravo.
United 1399, contact NorCal approach 119.2.
NorCal approach 119.2, United 1399.
Reading Tower, bearing 73 Bravo on the localizer for 16.
November 773 Bravo, Reading Tower. Wind 030 at 3, runway 16, clear land.
Clear land, runway 16, bearing 73 Bravo.
NorCal approach, United 1399, established on the ILS Zulu 17 right approach course, leaving 12,400, and I'm current with Oscar.
United 1399, NorCal Roger, advise inbound on the approach.
Will advised established final, United 1399. Do auto brake low, or nose for now. And we're doing 17 right, so that's correct. If it was an RNAV approach, we would put in the RNAV requirement, GPS requirement, but we are good. Let's get, it was Oscar, so it's actually Papa now, so he didn't correct me though. 3026. Temperature -1. Wind is still calm. Max landing weight 67.4, we're at 66.8. And tower frequency is 18.7. NorCal approach, United 1399, established final on the localizer, 17 right.
United 1399, for Roger, contact Reno Tower 118.7.
Over to Tower 118.7, United 1399. Reno Tower, United 1399, assumption on localizer, 17 right.
United 1399, Reno Tower, winds calm, runway 17 right, clear to land.
17 right, clear to land, United 1399.
Ready tower, bearing 73 Bravo, clear 16 at Bravo.
Number 773 Bravo, Roger. You parking at the Jet Center?
Correct, Jet Center, bearing 73 Bravo.
Roger, talk to you straight ahead. Bravo Alpha to the ramp, monitor this frequency. Have a nice day.
Bravo Alpha to the ramp, bearing 73 Bravo, you too.
Just being yelled at because I'm not fully configured to land, so the stuff is going off. So we'll get configured, and then that will go away. Point niner is ground. Yeah, point niner is ground.
November 751, leaving uniform, Roger. You're cleared to Yakima Airport via files on departure, climb maintain. Flight level 230, expect flight level 240, 10 minutes after, expect flight level 420, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is with Albuquerque 124.32 and squawk 165. Number 1 leaving uniform. I'm sorry, did you say that you are number 1 ready for departure or will be?
No, we are ready for departure.
Number 1 leaving uniform, Roger. Release for departure. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. Time now 2117 Zulu. If not off in 5 minutes, advise ATC of attention. So here's the 10, free to change route.
I always leave the autopilot engaged until I get to these power lines. It helps make sure that you clear the power lines and not dunk down too low. It's got a little bit of an extended threshold on the runway here just to clear those power lines. Anyway, the autopilot is off and we are landing. ever exit a runway onto a runway. This first one is Bravo. I mean, that was the runway that we just passed. So we exit here. Always stop after the stop bar, not before. Reno Tower, United 1399, looking for the terminal.
United 1399, Roger. Taxi via Bravo Juliet Alpha to the terminal, cross runway 26 at Bravo.
Bravo Juliet Alpha to parking, cross 26 at Bravo, United 1399.
You have a nice day. And monitor this frequency.
You as well, and I'll monitor this frequency, United 1399. That's why you don't ever switch to ground after you land. You can switch to tower when you're taking off without having to ask permission to change the tower. But after you land, you don't ever switch to ground frequency unless instructed to do so by tower. Mainly because we're crossing runways like right now, so.
That's Juliet Alpha, November Alpha Sierra, to Tango 257, to Port, direct.
So we're just going to monitor tower all the way to parking, since you didn't tell us to switch to ground on the other side of 26 or whatever.
November 0 Sierra Mike, read that correct. Affirmative, thank you much.
So if you like the landing, guys, if you missed the takeoff,
November 751, leaving uniform.
Please hit the thumbs up if you like the landing, if you had not already given a thumbs up. If you like my instruction, and I can guarantee you that every time I upload a video, or 98% of the time it will be on this network, PodEdge, which is a professional payware ATC network. So I pay monthly subscription to have these guys provide the quality ATC that they give. So I try to do everything by the book. So if that's something you guys are into, and phraseology and permission and how to fly SIDS and stars and all that type of stuff, please hit the subscribe, and then after you subscribe, hit the little bell so you're alerted to all my uploads. I try to upload a couple videos a week, maybe 2-3 times a week, at least one a week.
November 0 Sierra Mike, just expect to climb after the Olrio fix, just to make more MEA requirements. November 1, Lima Uniform, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6. November 751, leaving uniform, Albuquerque Center, roger, climb maintain flight level 420.
That was weird. I wonder what happened with the... I think this is AutoGate, not Sam. Yeah, it kind of didn't trigger right. That's alright, no problem. $130, we'll take that. Might actually fix itself. The gate, that is. Greased it. Yep, that fixed it, strangely enough. Alright, y'all. If you like my videos, hit the thumbs up. Last call. Alright, talk to you all later. Chase out.